sure I have the chat up. I need like a second screen or something for my iPad that I can have up all the time on a different one, because I have the YouTube like diagnostics panel up on one, but that doesn't have the chat. It's very small. I'm just wiping off this cat yellow because it's like dripping off the palette. Okay, I think that's good. All right, let's do a sky. Let's do a sky, and I'm gonna mix a color for this because I don't want to use bright yellows. I feel like every time I do skies, they kind of look the same because there's just a ton of yellow, bright cad yellow. I want like a dulled down yellow, like this. I'm gonna start with this. And we'll just smear this in here first. Get a blending brush here. We can always add in more cad or yellow over here. Yeah, that's good. This is more the color I was going for. I don't want a super bright yellow. And I don't want it to be all golden. Golden is in, like if you just take straight yellow ochre and go into it. And to that I'm going to add a little tiny bit of, this is alizarin crimson. And I'm going to tap this a bunch because I kind of want to add some blue after this. But this should turn like a pinkish yellow color. Something is popping in this brush. I guess I can't use this side. Oh well, that's fine. I just want like a pink color up here. That's nice. And then just a tiny bit of blue. And the blue is very strong, so I'll put that right in the middle. Just a little bit of flavor. I can't even see that, to be honest, but I know it's there, so good enough. Okay, see, my video's already paused. I don't know why that happens. Oh well. Okay. Grab another paper towel here. Wipe off my palette knife. Just brush a little bit. And we'll go in and add let's see, trees. Some faraway trees along that line that I put in there. I'm thinking whether or not I should use the 2-inch brush or a fan brush. We'll see. Oh, now we have to pick what color. I don't want straight sap green, so I'll use some sap green and some blue. A darker green color. I'll add a little bit of white here. This might be a little too green, so I'll add some phthalo green. Too bright green. I want green, but I don't want it to be super, I don't know, fluorescent might be the word. Saturated. I want it less like this and more like that. If that makes sense. Alright, let's put in trees here. I don't know where we want them to go. I think we wanted them all the way up here. Well, these are not my, these are not the trees, these are the colors I'll put in for the trees. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I like doing this thing where I'll rub in the paint before I move it around with a bigger brush. It just works, I just like the way it works a little bit better for some reason. So now we can take this and pick up that color. Can also push in a bit. Just softens up the edges. Over these a bunch of times, it doesn't matter too much because they'll just get whiter because we have the liquid white already on there. So how this works, try not to hit it so hard so the canvas isn't so shaky. I just brush straight hair there. Some good distant trees back here. That's good. Something back in the background. Okay. Wipe that off a bit. Then we'll add, what do we want to add? Some taller trees in front. Yes, that would be good. I'll use this fan brush. I'll use this green. We need to pick up a darker color. So actually, let's see. If we want to make this a little more dark, I can go straight into these, but I don't really want to. I'll use more of this color. Something like this. That works for me. Okay. We'll do a bunch of these. Just start picking points that we want. Big trees. Okay. Let's tap it like this. I'll start pushing in. I like doing them this way, this type of tree. Where you push in with the brush. Just because it looks the most like trees I'm familiar with back home. Where the shrimp branches go up. And here in Estonia they also go up. But it depends on the type of the tree. Not all of them are like this. Okay. I'm actually going to put one here. Because I don't like gaps on the side of my painting. Right now, it looks like there's a big gap here. That's a little bit better. Might need to mix some more of this color though. So it's that, this, a little bit of that. Yeah, this is just Mountain Mix and sap green. White. A little bit of white. Okay. Let's add in some more of these. Always try to aim the pointier part of my brush to the right. But it's really whatever you want to do with it. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. I'm actually going to pull these down a bit more. bunch of these trees here in the background. Boop. Here, a little tiny one. Wait, it's not a little tiny one. It doesn't have to be. This one's already kind of pointed at the top, so I'm not gonna straighten it out. I'll have a cabin in here, so I'm not worried about that. But we will add some sort of color here just for the grass. I want to put some grass through the stream here. Back in there. I'll mix up some more of this color. This uses a lot of paint to do this. Okay. Fan brush. A little jiggle. Little hole. And then we'll go up here and do this one. That one's already pretty straight. For some reason it's always harder for me to do them from this side than it is the other side. Might be because I'm so close. Throwing in something in the background here. You can already kind of see where the water is. If you look back here, it's going to go like something like this. Just so I remember to put it in. Alright, and then I'll do another tree before I add in any more grass or anything like that. This one's not as straight. There we go. It's okay to skip some spots too. Not all the trees are filled in. They're always filled in. This is mostly just putting the paint into a single spot so I can pull it effectively. Otherwise it gets kind of thin and you can't pull it as well. Alright, let's go. I mean, the technique here is all the same as all the other Bob Ross things, you know. If you watch him on his channel, old videos, or if you watch Nick Hankins or any of the new folks that are making videos, it's all kind of the same. It's all the same technique, really. We start this one. I might make him go all the way off the top. Maybe he's big. He's a big tree. But it just goes in the middle, to the left, and then to the right. For these really big trees, I always cut into the left. I might need a little darker color if I'm doing one that's in front of those. So I'll decide that the rest of the mountain mixed to this one. Very dark color. Then I'll throw this in there as well. It's a little bit darker there. Yeah, that's good. I'll also highlight that before I do this one, but I don't really want to. And then I'll just go in and throw in this color down here. The grass. That's enough for here. This is where the cabin will be. And we can throw in some more stuff over here. Just some shrubs and things. Before we actually know where that cabin's going to go. There's a bank there now. Okay. Destroying my fan brush. They're pretty easy to fix up. You just wrap them with paper towel. Once they're wet. Make every shape really easy. No problem here. Could highlight some of these, but I don't know if I want to. Maybe a little bit. Maybe we can do something weird with the highlights. Like use this color. I don't know what this will look like. Just on a couple of them. Those ones I don't want to mess with. Good enough. Just so we don't waste any of the paint. All right, let's see. I gotta do this cabin chance. 100%. Okay, let's clear spot though. Off where I want the cabin to go first. We could put it in, I think we said it was going to be really big cabin that goes this way. To the right. I don't know. No mercy, as Bill Alexander would say. Some water real quick. Ooh, sorry about that. Very dusty in here, so. Sometimes a piece of dust flies into my mouth. Okay. We're doing the cabin. Let's see. There's my knife. Sometimes I lose it. Make it a little bit bigger. I'll make this a little bit bigger as well. We got a cabin with a porch here. Something like this. And this side will scrape off. Something like that. Getting all tangled up. lot of the brown and a lot of the sienna. What do we want to put in first? There go the paper towels. Let's do the brown. Brown's a little easier. Give it a little roll. And we'll just start throwing this in where we want the house to be. And I'm not pushing all the way in, because I found when I do these cabins, I like the paint to be, you can't see this at all on the camera, but there's a little bit of texture here. So when I go in and highlight it, it'll look different. It highlights a little better. But all right, let's do this. Just tapping and pulling down, very easy, very easy. Get the texture on it, same thing. All right, now we'll do the same thing over here. I get this middle part highlighted pretty good, so you don't want a big white space in the back of your cabin. It's okay to have on the front, but not on the back. It's supposed to be the shadow side, if that makes sense. You don't want your light on the back, unless you have a light, which I guess we could add one. It doesn't nothing's stopping us from doing it. Okay. I'm gonna take this midnight black actually. I'm gonna do something a little different here. Right under these spots where the roof is gonna go. I'm just gonna put a little bit of black. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna make it look like there's even more of a shadow. These will stick out just a little bit more than the other would otherwise. Like there's an awning on them. And I do that before the highlights, because otherwise it looks a little weird if you put this on afterwards. There we go. Just a little bit of shadow there. Makes it stand out. Now I should do the roof. Roof, I don't know. I guess I'll use brown. I'll use brown and then cover it up with the... What color would I use? Red. Red roof cabin. These usually take a bit more of the paint. Make sure it's sticking. Go ahead and take the stack in. Sometimes it gets smushed around the bottom and you have to reapply it. Let's put some in the middle here before I go over it one more time. Like this. There we go. Just trying to get it down there to the bottom edge. And that's all about the angle. The angle is very important. There we go. I'll do one more pull to straighten up this bottom right. There we go. Bottom right, bottom left. And then we'll add this one over here, which is just tapping. I'm just going to extend a little bit further, just like that. Nice. Okay. Now we can go in with the sienna white combo. That'll look okay. Sienna and the rest of that brown. Not fully mixed. Something like this. Cut across. Start on this side first. So we want this to be a little brighter. So come in, tap, pull down. See that texture that I was talking about? It's already there. Nice. Don't go over it again because that'll ruin it. But you can if you want to. I don't want to. This side, however, I will actually go over again. So I want this to be darker. To get it to be darker, you just pull on it more than once. It gets darker. Especially if you got this dark color up at the top. Just like that. Ooh. There we go. Cabin. Good cabin. I'll grab one more. Try to straighten up this corner here. This one, my hand's a little shaky, so that's why it's not super straight, but that's good enough. Okay. I'll add in a roof. I like doing shingle roofs, but you can do whatever roof you want. It doesn't, there's no rule. No architectural laws apply here. Just do whatever you want. So I do the corner. And I like to start in the top, and then I just tap. Makes it look like shingles. This is my favorite way of doing it, but you can do them however. I mean, again, it's how you make a cabin is entirely personal preference. It's not something any YouTuber or should dictate for you. But you can always get inspiration from different YouTubers. I found a bunch that I like watching. Stuart Davies is good. Samuel Yerp. Tischler, his name, he's really good. I mean, of course, the Bob Ross channel, Bill Alexander channels, those are all good. Lots of good channels. Almost in here. Just tapping right to left, because that's where the strongest color is, where you first lay the paint, and then it gets duller as you go left in this technique. So that's why I start, and then it gets less bright as I go across. Here. Might redo this one patch here, it looks a little weird. Here we go. Roof. We gotta do the other side too. A little bit. This one is just on the top. Just like that. Spending a lot of time on the cabin today. Yes, we are. Okay. Should we add anything else? Could do, well, there goes the video pausing again. Every time. Hopefully it's still alive. Hard to tell. Let's see. We need a door. Obviously we need a door. So let's do a door. Let's do a door here. And then, on top of this, I'll actually add in two little windows. Very simple. Midnight black on the corner of the palette knife. Tap and pull down. My hand's very shaky, so it takes me a little bit to do this. There's the door. Windows. I'll just use yellow because I want it to look like there's light inside. And these are pretty good for making light. Same here. And then we can use the corner of the knife, very corner. You can actually chop in color here, but you gotta be a little careful. You don't go too far off the sides. When your hand's shaky like mine is, then it's kind of easy to do, but just like that. There you go. Some windows. Could also add in a pillar. I don't know. I don't know why we're spending so much time on the cabin today, but I kind of like it. So let's add in another window over here. Same thing. Get a lot of paint on there. Gotta pick it up. Side, I'm going to actually just go over this once to straighten it up. So I went a little too far on the scraping of that window. That's fine. There. Now I will take the black, a tiny bit of black. Same thing over here. There we go. Just put a little face on the cabin this way. Okay. Straighten up the bottom just a little bit. Something like that. Now we gotta go and clean it up. Clean up crew. Which brush? Which brush? Could keep using the fan brush, but that works okay, I guess. I do want to put in a river here at some point, so let's do that. Okay, here's this brush before. This is what I'll put the blue in with. So we start back here. Could have done this first, but that's fine. Actually see the paint's starting to soak into the canvas to the point where it doesn't even move anymore. That's interesting. There we go. Does the stream freeze again? Oh jeez. Always hard to tell. The internet actually shut down the other day, so it's always possible that this is shut down. I don't think it did. I think we're good. I think that's good enough for here. Yes. Okay. Smudge is a little too dark here. Okay. Now we get this brush. And I'll also put in a path that comes out. Maybe it comes down and around, something like that. But we gotta put in some shrubbery first. Cover up the exploded parts of the cabin on the bottom. This is just midnight black and phthalo green, some dark green color. I think that's good. And over here, just kind of angle it back the other way. On the edges, you just kind of push it in a little bit. As we'll pull this down. And towards the end, I'll do that. Some sienna, those colors again. We'll start down here. I'm just adding in what looks like grass. May or may not be grass, but it's far away, so it's not going to be super detailed. Maybe there's like a cross over there. Okay. And I'll take the colors that we use. I don't want a super strong color, so I'm not even going to clean the brush. I'll just go into cad yellow here. It should be like a darker green. Green highlight color. Yes. Just like that. Not super bright, but not like, you can still tell it's green, I think. Hope I can, I don't know. Maybe I messed up the color. Same thing on the other side with a little bit of yellow ochre. Start down here. And I'll pull these colors down as well. I'm not married to these. In the water at least. Another brush, or should I just use this one? Yeah, that's fine. Same thing. Just pulling this down for reflection. I just want it to look more peaceful than anything else. I know the colors are probably weird though. That's okay. We do weird colors here. Alright. I'll use a little bit of this white color. I'm just gonna splash this over the water. looks like there's some motion in here, but not a ton. Like, it doesn't have to be. Like, if I really wanted it to look like it was splashing, I would go in like this. But I don't want to go in like that. I just want it to look like there's something happening in here. Just enough. Like the water's moving a little bit. Just a little bit. And you can always cut in the, which I probably should do anyways. Just around this part at least. Around the edges, and I'll blend some of those out. These are the ones that I'm not a huge fan of, especially like these ones here. I don't like that one too much. Well, it looks like there's a little ripple or something. I don't want these to stand out too much, so just go over them a few times. There we go. That's good. Okay. Last thing, we'll just fill in that gravel area there. We can use the rest of this cabin color that we made. There go the paper towels again. This is burnt sienna and white. Maybe a little Van Dyke brown in there too. I only have one time for one painting today. I wanted to do two, but I spent a ton of time on that the cabin. Oh well. That's fine. And here I'm just kind of taking it and doing this little swooping motion. It's like a little smiley face on the edge. Go across one time, all the way down, and then we'll smash in the sides with the big brush. Okay. Just make sure it's not super jagged. That's the only thing. That's fine. Good. Good, good. Okay. That's fine. I don't know. I don't think we need anything else. We'll stop there. Can always, I'll do one in a couple weeks when I'm back, but maybe tomorrow though. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'll grab red. Do a little signature. Signator. All right. Very strong paint. Don't need much of this. Very strong. Yeah. Very, very strong. Dark color. And these are also usually pretty oily, I've noticed. If you get a liquid black from, look at that. You get a liquid black from the Bob Ross brand. It's usually like this. Very small amount will go a very long way. Similar to the, what was that other one? Liquid clear. Very similar. I'm just going to get the canvas covered. And I probably only have time for just this one. We'll knock that out. We'll just do this. We'll spend a good bit of time on this one. But I hope it all shows up, because these dark canvas paintings, they usually don't show up that well. I'm hoping it does. I don't know. Always a game. Streaming in general, always a game. I'm trying not to, I do this thing sometimes where I'll do this and then I'll flick it off the side, and what I've noticed is that it ends up with a large amount of paint splatter on the ground. So if you notice a lot of paint splatter, that might be the culprit. So something to be aware of. Someone just made popcorn and I can smell it from here. I haven't had popcorn in a while. I need to go see a movie sometime. I wanted to go see the Mission Impossible movie at some point, but I haven't got around to it. Maybe we can see it when I'm back from vacation, which will be 2 weeks from Monday. So it'll be a while before you see me again. But I'm still around, trying to do painting and whatnot. Okay, so I have this liquid black in here. I'm actually going to pull out the Prussian blue now. This is going to be very, very thick. And you're not going to be able to see this at all. There will be a blue color here, I promise. And the liquid black already has kind of a gray to it. But on yesterday's painting, we did a bit of a cabinet dusk. Today I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to do it at nighttime. So, flip from doing dusk scene to a nighttime scene. Hopefully this comes off. Oh, that's actually dried after one day. It's kind of dry. Oh well. We don't need too much paint for this. This is mostly going to be white. So let's just make sure the white's good, and for this, then yeah, white's fine. Just gotta spread it out some. There are some colors that dry faster than others. I think Prussian blue is one. Maybe Van Dyke brown. Yeah. A little bit. But none of these are so dry that I can't use them. Other than that Russian blue, that one was pretty bad. Alright, so let's go in here and, I don't know, let's do something. I'm going to do some clouds. This is going to be mostly white, this whole painting. It's just using white to do things. So, I think first off, what do I want to do? Put some clouds up here. I'm going to pick up a bunch of this gray color, which is fine. Come in and add more to it later. I want to create kind of a misty haze up here. Put some of this over here. Like that. Then right in the middle, I'm going to take this. We're just going to throw this in right here. This is just more for me to remember where I want this to be. You can also use your finger. I know some people like doing that. There we go. Just need a moon color. Towel roll. Okay. Wipe off our over brush a little bit. Grab this brush, wipe this off as well. And blend out the bottoms here. Very, very dark. There's a lot of black paint there. There we go. Grab some more white. And we'll just touch up some of these edges here. Around here. And maybe some up here. Nothing crazy. Same thing up here. I'm not even going to mess with those anymore. That's good enough. Wipe this brush out. Clean up these edges here. Actually going to do a little swoop. I just want there to be more action. Maybe this one too. Right now they look a little stiff. The moon is a little bit bright, but it's easy to make it not as bright because you just pull in the sides here. Off the back, as they say. I could use a 1-inch brush here, but for a little sharper corner. But I'm not really trying to make this sharp. It's nighttime. Stuff wouldn't be as clear because it's dark. Spin around in this one. And we're just going up to the sides, grabbing it and pulling it around in little circles. That's all I'm doing. If there's a part you don't like, you can always blow it away. Very easy. I'm going to take this brush one more time and I'm going to clean up the moon, because it's not a sphere anymore. Grab this and spin. Better. There we go. Grab this. Zip it away. And then we can always clean up the bottoms. Yeah, we extend this cloud over into it. Very easy. Very easy. There's kind of a sky. I hope it's visible. It is here, but I just don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's kind of clear there. But you never know with this stuff. Okay. Now we have to pick what we're doing for the background. I'm going to grab some of this red, some of this blue. And again, none of this is going to be visible. Really, yeah, it's just going to look like fuzz back there in the background. But this is red, blue, and some greenish color that I had left over from yesterday. Just adding in this background. Probably do most of this with just the 2-inch brush. That's okay. There we go. And you say, there we go, but nothing is visible. That's okay. Grab a little bit more white. Just want to look make these trees look like they've been hit with some moonlight. So to do that, just take this white, pull it a little bit. Let's see where we want to start this. We'll say over here first. as much as possible of the dark color in the background. So I don't want these to stand out all over the place. So I do want some in the middle here. And then around here as well. But this part, I'm actually going to clean the brush and then smack it a little bit to dust. Not dust it. Oh, what's the word? Blend. That's the word. Okay. This might get a little loud, so I apologize. I'm going to pull up, makes it look misty. I'll grab some more of these colors here. This is all the dark colors, really. I believe we had a, what did we have in this other one? We had the cabin over here, but there's some shrubbery over here. None of this is really going to show up. I can see the brush strokes, but I know you probably can't see them. So. I'll try to do these quick. And I believe it was the same on the other side. Something like this. River in the middle. We can do, let's see, do the cabin first. Maybe we should. Let's do that. Just need a paper towel first. So we're gonna have to take away a good bit of paint. Go. This side's going to be a little bit longer than that side, I think, but maybe it's the other way. It's been a while since I took my Bob Ross class, so I can't remember the exact specifics of how everything should work. Okay, let's put this brown in here. Very dark painting. There's going to be a lot of texture in this because the paint's kind of dried out. Very interesting. Wasn't expecting it to dry that fast, but it's okay. The roof probably doesn't look like anything. I'm just going to take this color and now I'm going to start tapping along the edges. Just to give it a highlight. Down here, like a little bit. Goes to the left. And there's a little bit of a highlight on this side. Mostly dark back here. Just try to darken this up. This side I don't want to be too dark, or too bright, but this side I do. Okay. I don't know, do we want to do the shingles again? Maybe. I'll just do them the easy way. You just kind of tap and go to the left in an angle. And as you go down, it gets darker. It looks kind of like a roof. Then we'll do one up here. Got some bug on my face. On the back side. Back side of the roof. And we can still throw in the I think on this one we had lights in front, so we can still do that with this. I fix up the door, made it too small. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. I don't know. I feel like it might be a little hard to see. You tell me. There's a door. Throw in a little light for the windows. Clean up the edge. So we don't want all that yellow paints in there. And we'll grab a little bit of this corner. Just gonna hold my arm a little bit. Kind of stabilize it. It does help. It does help these. That part sounds good. A little too shaky. That's what happens when you wait to eat lunch. Okay. I think we had one on the left side, but I'm not really going to worry about that. I might use the filbert brush now to put these in. Getting a little hard to see here, just because there's a glare. But I'll add in path goes over here. I'll grab some more white, mix it with this gray color. Try and put in some bushy shapes around the back here. These are kind of easy because they're a little bit like the 2-inch brush bushes that you make. And the way I do those is I'll go in and I'll just kind of rotate the brush to the left, to the right. Kind of like this. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. Somebody will always let me know if they can't in the comments. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here a little bit, but I'll start in the middle again because I don't want to. And we'll just use up the rest of this white as much as we can. Some of these are a little too puffy. A little bit too much paint there. In the middle, I'm just going to pull it down. So we need some kind of water-looking reference, or not reference, but effect. Everything over here. And in the middle, we can just throw a reflection. Not a reflection. Ripple. That's the word. Getting my words mixed up. Very easy though. Kind of scrape in left and right. And this can just go back here somewhere. Off into the distance. I'll take this. It's my fan, not my fan brush, my filbert brush. That's good enough, I think. I'll scrape in some twigs, sticks and twigs here. Just make it look like there's something. We can sign that. Not bad. Just something to try a variation. So we had one that was using the, what is it? Liquid white, and then we had this one using liquid black. So two of the same thing, but it just shows you how you can do different things with different colors. I know it's not mountains, and someone would be very upset that I didn't do mountains. But I hope you enjoyed this one. It was nice and relaxing to paint. There's a lot of stressful things going on in the world right now. But I hope you try and paint sometime. It is very enjoyable. If you have any questions about how to get started, just leave a comment. I try to answer most of them. Sometimes YouTube hides them. I don't know why. But if I don't reply, just send me an email. That's nate@paintbynate.art. You can email me anytime and I'll reply at some point, usually a day or so. But not when I'm on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. So the next couple of weeks I'll be away. But I hope you all have a good 2 weeks while I'm out traveling on trains. But yeah, thanks. Thanks for watching, and happy painting. I'll see you